What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Roma English podcast. Sebe is back with us this week.
Well,
And
I was not missed, right?
Not at all.
it was a pretty good episode last week, so no, you weren't. Let's get straight into the.
Answer down in the comments. Should we kick Sebe from the podcast?
I already know my vote.
Stop. Let's get into the Udinese game. Sebe, I know you thought it was a pretty boring game.
It wasn't like it was just ugly. It felt like 1 in every 8 passes actually went through for either team.
Especially the second half.
Yeah, second half, like the last 20 minutes were just painful to watch.
Yeah.
And it was a very ugly game in the manner that we also committed a lot of fouls. Some were BS. I think we saw at one point of the game where we had 8 committed fouls. Udinese had 1, which was the penalty. That was pretty much unavoidable.
Yeah.
And
it's a problem because we keep getting suspensions.
Exactly. Pellegrini has now 3 yellow cards in 4 games. It's not great.
Good thing is Mancini has stopped. He still gets yellow cards, but not nearly as much as he used to.
Yeah, exactly.
In previous years.
Yeah, he had an absolutely fantastic game, and he's having a fantastic season. Mancini.
Seriously, man. It
Dominated the game. And that cross he put in. Can that guy just take Spinazzola to a private field and just teach him? Because
also the way he first faked to cross, a center back would usually just cross it in and hope for the best.
Exactly.
For a wing and a prayer. No, but in my eyes, Mancini is quietly being a top 2 center back in the league. Honestly, I really don't see maybe anyone outperforming him this season.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it's hard to say, but he's definitely been Roma's best centre back this season. That's something I can say with confidence.
Yeah, and that says a lot considering how much we love our Brazilian centre back, of course.
Yeah. He also had a pretty good game versus Udinese, though.
Yeah.
Both him and even Cristante, overall, except for that.
Terrible.
Let's just ignore that error. But except for that,
and Paul Lopez continues to make life impossible because he pulled off 2 great saves, but then he also went for a jog. It was called offside, but he went for a jog. It honestly looked like a video game goalkeeper malfunctioning. He just looked like he couldn't see anything. He just ran right past the guy.
You know what I love on that action though? How Deulofeu first just puts a cross in when no one is there.
Yeah.
And Mancini does a slide tackle when no one is there again. Just for it to look fancy.
But yeah, other than that, he made 2 great saves. Nothing else really. Yeah, all the centre backs I think were obviously Mancini the best, Ibanez very good, and then Cristante.
He put in a decent.
At least he looked like a centre back. He made some very nice tackles compared to getting absolutely spun by Alexandro last week.
Yeah, but we've been at least I've been saying this for a couple of months now that against teams like Udinese, against teams like Crotone, where we're gonna in this game we didn't dominate the ball actually, which we usually do against bottom teams. But in those games, I feel like Cristante isn't bad as centre back because defending isn't gonna be his primary.
Agreed.
Job. Yeah, he's not going to defend much. Basically.
No, he's just going to be the one that provides the second wave, which he is very good at, considering his ability to put in those long balls and also having a banger shot, which we see like once every 25 games.
And he is physical. We saw how well he. I just love what you said. But he is very physical. We saw how he handled Llorente. I mean, it's Llorente, so it's never.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I literally only realized it was Llorente when he got subbed.
Yeah, honestly.
But I think the most important, but one of the most important aspects of the game was how VR absolutely destroyed the ball.
Yeah,
destroyed him.
I said this to Conte during the game when we chatted. It's like Villar has ever since Juve when he tackled Ronaldo. He now is on a mission to tackle every opponent's best player.
He's coming for blood. He's just looking for that Gonzalo VR embarrassing great players highlights video.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was I think probably the most crucial aspect of midfield. I think he tackled the ball literally 5 or 6 times in the match.
And that was
just insane.
I'm
Especially
very
a
happy
player.
with.
It's a non-defensive player on one of the best midfielders in the league, and he absolutely
VR's
shut
development
him
defensively has been so good.
And
However, I saw some things.
He's the one that completed the most tackles in the game.
Yeah. No, exactly.
No, there's definitely many things like Diawara has that he can to read the game, and then B-Way needs to be defensively. VR still learning, but in terms of 1v1 defending, he's become very good.
But exactly.
I mean, we have seen this movie hundreds of times before, but Villar always keeps saying how much he loves the team, and he was asked when he saw himself 5 years out from now, and he said that he sees himself as wanting to be a key player in a competing Roma. It's always a good sign. It could also be complete BS, but
we can't take this as like he's gonna stay for 5 years, but we can take this as he is someone who really fights for the club, and he's shown that in other occasions too. So it's good to see.
I have hopes that I think Mancini and Villar are 2 players we might see the longest out of the players.
We've started bringing in certain players who have the right mentality.
Yeah,
going forward. VR, you see how much.
Kumbula too.
Yeah, you pass the ball to Bruno Perez and VR throws his hands. That's, I think, my favorite trait of the guy. I must say. It's very
he has that elite regista thing where he always, when he doesn't have the ball, gives other players directives like pointing.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's
it's funny. It's quite. I think he should shut up. Honestly, looking at his own defensive awareness.
But if you think about it, though, if he's that good at reading the game offensively, shouldn't he be able to learn that defensively too?
I'm sure.
No. He's just such a great delegator that doesn't have to do anything himself.
Vertu obviously had a nice game. He
second
scored.
half.
Conte has his anti-Vertu agenda, but
true. But Sebi, you said this too. Second half he was. Second half he was.
Who cares? We're 3-0 up. Who cares? We've won the game. We knew we won the game.
Yeah.
Honestly, Diawara should have played from the 60th minute. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Even if you don't rate him, we're 3-0 up. You don't need to play your midfield for another 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Then Mkhitaryan,
not
his greatest, but he did his job, I think.
Yeah, Pellegrini, he did very well on the third goal.
And by the way,
Pellegrini's Conte's fuming about Pellegrini, but I thought he was. I don't think he was. I'm not saying it was his greatest game, but I thought it was just standard. I gotta say it was bad, honestly.
At best, maybe a 6 on the Pagella, but
yeah,
but I wouldn't say he was a 4.
No, maybe not. Maybe it's just that I haven't seen this. Like this reminded me of the Pellegrini loss of the end of last season, where he just.
I agree, but I almost.
That was great, but overall, like passes, he missed simple passes. He made bad decisions. Like
maybe, and then Mayoral was quite quiet as well.
If someone else has this kind of game, like if El Shaarawy has a game like this, I'm not gonna be mad. But because it's Pellegrini and I've seen this kind of game before, that's why I was like.
By the way, I wholeheartedly think that we should at least see Diawara from minute 1 against Benevento. He might.
I see that is potentially going to happen.
Yeah, because I mean, he might get subbed out in the 50th minute for all I care, but I want to see him start to see does he still have it?
Yeah, he has looked good.
I agree. I definitely think he deserves. He can play from the start tomorrow.
Especially since the transfer window is closed, I feel like it's stupid to give up on him because he has shown that he can be one of the most important players of the team.
Yeah, and we have seen him get more minutes every. He started with getting subbed in the 90th.
Yeah, he got half an hour against Juve.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope he gets more minutes.
And then we also saw the return of the golden arrow, Pedro.
Yeah.
Wonderful finish. I mean, I don't think he controlled the ball otherwise, but a wonderful finish into the top right corner at least. Hopefully he can get some confidence back.
Yeah.
That goal, by the way, that goal summarized the whole game. Like Mkhitaryan does a good thing, like a very good run, and then Dzeko just fucks it up. Like, what the fuck is he doing? And then it bounces to Pedro, who scores it. That was the whole second half.
Yeah, and the most beautiful aspect of the game was probably the first third goal, which was cancelled because that was a lovely attack.
Yeah.
Started by a nice pass by Pellegrini, but it didn't count, of course. So it's...
Yeah, that's actually, I need to correct myself because earlier I said you're 3-0 up.
Yeah.
Sub your midfield, but we went 3-0 in the 90th, my mistake, but you're still 2-0 up.
Yeah, we were controlling the game.
Anything. Yeah.
Overall, like defense, how we controlled the game was very. I was very happy with that. Even if we missed so many passes, we still like didn't let Udinese do anything. Sure, it's Udinese.
But it's just insane that we make a critical error every game, guaranteed. It's just ridiculous. It's almost as if the players just fully believe someone's going to do it, so then someone has to do it on the field.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost as if they start thinking, we haven't done it yet.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, is anyone going to do it? And then they start hesitating, and then that's where it comes from.
Yeah. Like Cristante's error, it's no one in the team would make that. It's just.
Yeah, but it happens to the best of us. We also Bentancur today against Paul.
Yeah. No, but like with Bentancur just misplaced the pass. Like it's a terrible pass. But what Cristante does is like he has so much space to pass
10
it.
seconds.
Like it's so easy to just pass it, and then he just waits when he's pressed.
But he's also got what I call I'm all over the place. He's got what I call Pellegrini syndrome, where he's got it in his head, I'm centre back because of my incredible long range pass. So now he has to hit a game changing pass every time he gets the ball. And it's actually just get over yourself, actually. Honestly,
yeah.
He does that. Who else loves to do? Carlos Perez loves to do that.
He used to.
Zaniolo loves to do that, but the thing is,
Zaniolo is patient zero
because he just does it.
Yeah, exactly. It's Zaniolo.
And congrats to him on his new. Sorry, I just want to say, I know we shouldn't speak about his love life, but honestly, his new girlfriend is a fucking clone of his old girlfriend. Like literally, I cannot see a distinguishable difference.
He doesn't have to remove the tattoo.
No. Even though he doesn't, he went ahead and got another one for her anyway. So well done to the boy.
And he's back in training, right? I mean, individual training, of course.
Yeah.
But
He's running.
He
was already before, like just after New Year's, I think he started running.
Yes, but we saw a picture of him running at Trigoria, which is immediately hype. So like, don't.
I also love and honestly, I think everyone's like hating on Zaniolo because of the posts, but I just think the guy's honestly losing his mind, and that's how he keeps sanity, by just reminding himself,
I'm good, I promise.
Yeah, so that's quite exciting. Al-Sharawi is exciting. Tomorrow against Braga, I think I've heard they're quite a good team, actually.
Yeah.
And I heard they someone was it one of you said they play like a Premier League type of game.
I saw it on like Twitter that someone said that they watched the game and it was like just long balls and Premier League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That kind of. I don't know if it's true.
By the way, before we move on to Braga, I think we talked about this earlier, but we should talk about the offside trap. Because that was one we managed to get like the full 5 or 6 offsides.
But he's also honestly, I agree with you, but if you look at those, Delafeu is just an idiot.
Fair, but we managed.
He's being caught offside by a meter sometimes.
Yeah.
Also,
but we also managed to do that with Gervinho against Parma.
Yeah, agreed.
It has been good ever since we went to the
problem is Lazzari absolutely destroyed us.
Yeah.
But see things like that.
But it's like it's usually good, but when it doesn't work, it's disastrous. Usually Roma in a nutshell, but no.
True. But the thing is, like, I don't know, do we really need to play the offside trap when we have Ibanez and Mancini? Because Ibanez can outrun anyone, like any attack. It's just Lasagna.
So can Mancini.
Yeah, no, but I mean like,
and lasagna. Honestly, lasagna, you might as well let the go through and goal.
Exactly.
Honestly.
No, I was
There's
gonna
a
say that lasagna only has
95% chance
pace.
he skies it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly.
Like
only has pace.
I've literally, I think when we played Verona, I literally watched him go through and go. I just knew 100% that it was a miss.
Yeah.
Full confidence.
Yeah, no, but what I mean, like, Ibanez has shown that he can outrun anyone.
He caught up to
Mancini too
Gervinho,
is
who was
very
a meter
fast.
offside.
Even Smalling isn't slow. Like, why do we take the risk with the offside trap?
That's because, I mean, if we are a team that want to keep possession, which Fonseca wants, but he knows in some games that it isn't like viable. He wants to keep the team as high as possible, which means that we somehow automatically gets into an offside trap because the defense are naturally so high, and it becomes one. But I think even though it might not be something that they're always thinking, oh, it's an offside trap, but they have good communication and good understanding with each other, so they naturally keep a very good line, at least usually.
That's something we saw with Kumbulla that he fucked up versus. But was it? Yeah, it was Hellas when he ran up and tried to play the offside trap, but none of the other center backs were.
Yeah, Kumbulla's clear weakness is balls in behind.
Yeah.
No, but like also I think that's a communication and like not knowing the other center backs problem.
Okay, fair. But I've seen him get destroyed by balls in behind over and over.
But the thing is that I feel like Kumbulla is a smart defender, but he hasn't had enough time with Mancini and Ibanez because a lot of injuries, COVID, and Smalling being back. So he hasn't played that much this season, which is
obviously he hasn't gotten a chance to settle in properly. Well, find a rhythm with the first team rather.
I still think that he can be a top centre back. He gets into it.
Overall, he looks very good. Like throughout a game, he looks like a good centre back, but he does these things. But he's young, so but
the thing is, he's 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the same. I mean, being good the entire game except one or two things. It's the same thing with Ibanez, but you know, the good outweigh the bad, and we usually have Mancini who doesn't do that one stupid thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Can clean up.
Mancini just has the thing of get one-on-one. If Mancini can get his one-on-one right, he's a 50 million player.
Yeah.
But like even with that, we haven't seen that nearly as much this season as last. So maybe that's something he's getting better at.
Yeah, he went into a cryo tank to come out more powerful after he got his ankles broken against Caputo.
True. Oh, by the way, we haven't talked about Jacob. What the fuck was that performance?
Do we have to talk about Jacob?
I don't know. But
well, he's starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like no, but that's the issue, that he's our starting striker. Like, you can't play like this if you're the starting
it's striker. Literally just.
Don't worry, we'll get Eduardo.
It's 3 months left.
Yeah, no, I know, but if we're gonna even believe in Champions League, then
we'll get Eduardo, calma.
Yeah, please.
I think honestly, I just think they should go do everything they can to get Belotti.
Yeah.
Like you have to.
Honestly. Yeah. Especially if they get relegated.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna, but if they do, then of course.
I mean, their last loss was against us.
True. Yeah. They
and why does Belotti not just force an exit?
But that's the thing, like he needs to get so much credit for his loyalty because this team is fucking.
Hopefully this season is a wake-up call for him that he's wasting his career.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Being that close to relegation has to make an impact.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, they were like a game against the Wolves.
And it's not like he's playing badly. He's playing fantastic and they're still getting relegated.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, in that battle.
And the thing is, like, he would get so many goals in Fonseca's system.
Oh my goodness!
He will get everything.
Potentially 30 goals in a season.
He will get everything served up on a platter. Like
he is literally like a Mayoral on steroids. Like he's a really good Mayoral.
Like
with a good shot.
Like I feel like Roma should be one of the most enticing targets for strikers because if you look at how we play
Well,
and how many chances we create.
Yeah, I really do think this transfer window, I think we could be.
Yeah.
Like,
especially
why
if
go
we
to
make
Milan?
Champions
They're
League.
going to sign. They're going to extend Zlatan in Rome. There's no question who the number 9 is if you come.
Yep.
And I mean, honestly, if we make Champions League, we have a Champions League team, we have the money, and a system that is tailor suited for a good striker. Like, what's not to like, really?
Yeah. No, exactly.
And you get to play for the beautiful shirt of the most passionate team in Italy.
Exactly.
The issue though is that maybe they're kind of scared of taking over Dzeko's legacy because he's still seen as a god amongst Romans.
Yeah.
Even though in English, like amongst English fans, he's not, like most want him gone. But I don't know. I think it might be a hard legacy to take over just because of like.
Okay, well, Mayoral is banging them.
Yeah, exactly.
But Mayoral isn't like the first choice. You know.
I mean, there's a reason he starts in Serie A and Dzeko starts in Europa League.
True. No, but like, you know what I mean. He is the one tasked with leading the line. Like
the torch is not yet passed upon.
Huh?
The torch is not yet passed on to Mayoral.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed. Well, I think should we move on to the Braga game a little bit? Is there anything much to say?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I don't think.
No, again before we go, De Paul and Musso both will be Roma players by the end of the season.
I think De Paul is a waste of money, honestly. And I used to really want him, but I think you need to get a CDM, not De Paul, if you're buying a midfielder.
Yeah. I know we have a certain someone wanting Pessina, but that's not. We don't need a cam. We need a.
Oh, Pessina.
Yeah, agreed. And I think like if you're talking 40 for De Paul,
no,
give me Gallo, please.
Yeah,
that's like honestly, and Roma can't do both, and we can't expect that either.
Musso though.
Yeah, and it looks like 20 million. I really hope that means they've got a plan for Pau.
Yeah.
Because if we could get 15 for Pau.
Yeah, of Pau. But maybe we should mention that Fonseca went and talked to Musso. Like he was the only Udinese player he went to talk to. Oh, and De Paul.
No, I only saw De Paul, to be honest. I never saw Musso, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyways, he went to talk to them too, and like he had like a proper chat with Musso.
It wasn't just good game. He had an interaction.
Exactly. So take that.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Braga.
Yeah, I guess there's not much there. Dzeko will start tomorrow.
Maybe like general Europa League.
I mean, they have a wonder kid on the team, Lucas Piasson, one of the highest regarded young players in world football, Chelsea alumni. Nah, but he's actually there. No joke.
Yeah.
In
general, like, what are we thinking about the Europa League? Because I was saying this in like earlier that I would rather take winning the Europa League than getting top 4. But then again,
agreed, obviously.
Top 4 is way more realistic, though.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe
I mean, last season it was like, okay, we should just go in Hail Mary on the Europa League. We're not gonna make top 4. But this season it's like, okay, if we play our cards right, it's very manageable to get top 4.
Where were we this time last season?
I think around this time was the collapse.
Yeah, exactly. This was just outside of top 4. I think we were like 5th, like 6 points of Atalanta, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so we're still doing better than we were.
Yeah. No, for sure. Okay, but nice. I mean, like maybe it's just worth like playing a bit of a B team, and if we go out, it's whatever, because we're not gonna win it anyways, and there's not much money in going through. So.
No, I still think we should do all in on the league.
Yeah.
Europa League is such a dead competition anyway. Like,
I think we need to go all in tomorrow night. Hear me out. We need to go all in tomorrow night. We need to go to win that game 3-0. Then we need to we can rotate against Benevento, trust our team.
Braga.
Then we can rest against Braga again, and then go
Milan.
all in on Milan.
Yeah.
That's what I think we should do.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Because listen, everybody. It's the Milan derby this weekend.
Yeah.
If Inter beat them and we beat Benevento, we're 3 points off Milan, and then we host them at home.
Yeah.
If we are second in 2 weeks, yeah, well, I'm just not going to get my hopes up because they've just let me down every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time I've called the game the most important game of the season so far, they've let me down. So fuck that.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, why do we even care about the Europa League? Because we're gonna get knocked out by some big team anyways. So
yeah, we'll see.
But yeah,
usually
I think it's good
when we just expect them to fail. So
yeah, no, but I think it's good, as you said, to have like 2 half-week teams now that we can like rotate some players in one game and some others in the other. So we don't have to go one of the games like full rotation. Yeah, maybe you're right about that.
But yeah, I think that's all there is to talk about, really.
Yeah,
no?
I think there isn't too much else to mention.
Cool.
We'll be back after the Benevento game, I think.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, I think
hype
so.
up for the Milan game especially. But
yeah. Oh, and also hopefully Lazio get relegated. Bye, guys.
Oh yeah. Maybe we should mention what happened.
Yeah, they cheaters, and they Lotito should go to jail for attempted murder.
Yeah.
Fucking fakes COVID test, piece of shit. So it looks like they'll get at least a 4-point deduction, but someone mentioned relegation.
But I mean,
hopefully it's relegation.
4 points is still huge.
Ridiculous.
Look, faking COVID tests, like if it goes to court and it's proven
I'm
that
not
they
joking.
faked,
He could go to jail.
No, but like surely they'll get relegated because that's a big thing to like. That's like Juve level 2006 Juve level scandal.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Agreed.
So I think we can be hopeful.
Nah, but
cool.
Let's be real. Lotito
they won't get relegated.
Lotito,
yeah. But hopefully they can get a -4 points. That's already I'll take it.
It's still huge.
Same.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
we'll see you guys next week.
Cool.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.